Brant, Haldeman, Norfolk. Thanks for doing this. Thanks for taking the time today. I really appreciate it.
No problem, Dave. Happy to do it.
Gerald, I got so many questions, but I really want to start with you.
Okay.
How long have you been in this field? Let's start right there.
Well, I've been in this field for Jeepers Creepers. I'm 58 now, and I've been doing it since I was probably 24 years of age, where I started in metropolitan Toronto for Children's Aid Society, where I was able to really learn children's mental health and take that for my entire career up until this beautiful position here at CMHA, supporting people with mental health and addiction, which is called concurrent disorder. And knowing that how the children have been traumatized in the serious mental health issues that some children experience and then go undiagnosed throughout their entire life until now is just amazing that can happen. I've also spent a great deal of time at Salap's Youth Center, where that's a secure custody facility for youth that are experiencing either criminal acts or non-criminal acts, which means that they are not criminally responsible due to their mental health. So there's two divisions in that facility that support both populations. And working for a local agency here in Brantford, St. Leonard's Community Services, for quite some time, that agency allows you to work with so many individuals that you really get an exposure to that type of clientele and the people that need the support of the community. And then CMHA also has a crisis stabilization bed facility in the Simcoe area for people that are struggling with mental health, and they just need an opportunity to take a break and have professional staff care for them. And perhaps while they're under that roof, they get some very, very important support, connections with mental health, connections with housing, and they just learn more supports while they're in that environment for 7 to 10 days.
What was it like for schooling? Did you take that in school, or did you just sort of start at Children's Aid? What was your background there?
Well, school equals going to Brock University, getting a sociology degree, and starting my career at the Metropolitan Toronto.
What can I ask, if you don't mind, why? What was that incubus that made you choose this career? Was there something in your life, a friend or something else that affected it, or was it just always you wanted to help folks?
I think my general personality is to be around people and to help people. And I feel as though I had the exposure and the want to try and help people that are really struggling. And I started out with youth, but youth is a very, very difficult field to work with. And I did that for quite a while. They demand so much attention and wraparound facilities and that sort of thing. But with the adult population, they kind of guide themselves, and they kind of work with you to become better if that's their interest or if they're ready at that time.
I mean, over the years, you've done this, like you said, a long time. Is there a common theme that you've seen when, this is, is there one problem? I know not everything can be solved with one problem, but is there anything that you've sort of watched get worse that you were saying, we should be addressing this? Is there anything that folks keep repeating doing? I guess is my question.
I guess the new world that we live in, people are repeatedly not seeking the psychiatric help that is out there today. And that is still a stigma that we live with. And people continue to use the powerful drugs that are out in the communities today that are so difficult to break free from.
That's probably substance abuse of any form. It just seems like it's a continuum, right? It just seems that you guys are constantly probably looking for ways to resolve that or to help folks step through that to the next phase of their life, correct?
That's correct.
Man, is there, with folks that you've been doing this so long, is there people now that it must be a great feeling when you see somebody achieve a new goal that's, steps beyond what they were in, and help them make that next step to reach their best personal satisfaction, to be the best person they can be. Can you talk a little bit to that?
Well, definitely. It's wonderful when you meet someone out of the blue who we approach, who we request if they're interested in the CMHA court service support, and they agree. And then you think to yourself, well, this person would really benefit from this referral, and they would benefit from hearing about this, and perhaps for the first time in their life being connected to a psychiatrist. And the RAM clinic, which is in pretty much every city in Ontario, is just the most amazing resource that anyone can have, because it's immediate. You just walk off the street, you say hello, and the process gets started. But going back to watching people grow, that is one way to watch people grow. Sometimes people finally get housing because they're able to utilize a case manager in order to navigate that difficult world, right? And they always have someone to come to on a daily basis. They can call at any time of the day and speak with their case manager. And you'd be surprised how the population that we work with benefits from just having a case manager that they're familiar with, that they've completed the intake with, and they just can call and say, listen, I'm having this difficulty today, or hi, I'm checking in, or do I have an appointment today? Because the people that we work with don't always have phones. They don't always have a stable lifestyle. And they dream about it, but it's so difficult when people are receiving Ontario disability. The finances are so low that you can almost do nothing with that money. And if you are using part of it for addiction, it really reduces your funds.
I was lucky enough, I guess about 3 years ago, working with Lil, to come to Brantford and actually have an opportunity to film 5 or 6 folks that were using the programs there. And I got to tell you, it was life-changing.
Yes.
I mean, sitting with those people and hearing the brutal honesty, within themselves, like about what they had to go through. And I remember I was off camera, obviously asking the questions, but I remember every one of them I asked, why are you doing this? And to the man and the woman that did it, to all of them, there was 5 or 6 of them, every one of them said, I don't want to see somebody go down this road that I had to go through.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, that was putting their self in that situation to help others. I thought that's the ultimate. Like, we don't do that enough as a society, right? Recognize our own faults, but take our faults and try and help other people not fall into the same pattern that we had. And and I got to say, the work that you guys are doing is incredible. Like, it's tremendous. And I don't think enough people recognize that. And what you said earlier really hits a chord, is we got to get over the stigma, right? We've got to just move on from that and be accepting and helping, and help each other. I think that's the important message that I see when I was there at your office and watching you guys work. It was incredible. It was just one of those days in my life that I will never forget.
Yes, and there's so many parents that are thankful for our service as well, because as well as I do, a parent can't, just like anyone, can't stop anyone from doing behaviors that are detrimental to their life or that sort of thing. So parents are very, very thankful for this service, because they're adult children who are struggling and fraught with addiction and mental health. They know that there's someone similar to them sending the same messages to their children, their adult children, that they would be sending. And we have the ability to guide them and bring them into areas of their life that would benefit them.
I got to tell you, Gerald, I got to get you to come back, because I want to do a day in the life of a case manager, the work that you do on a daily basis. Is that okay? Can we wrap up this show and get back together?
That'd be great.
All right. Thanks for your time today. I greatly appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Have a good day, Dave.
You too.